Good morning. Welcome back, Market Snipers. This is Jesse getting started right on the dot again, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good morning, Javier. Good morning, Aldo. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you guys back here. If you're new, awesome. Welcome. The first 15 to 30 minutes, we're going to go through a lot of charts, including Bitcoin, crypto, usually the NASDAQ, the indices, Magnificent Seven, and any other stocks or crypto assets that you guys want to take, guys and gals want to take a look at. We'll be happy to do so. Just make sure to, in the comments, make sure to put, what the ticker symbol is, if it's crypto, if it's stock, and then all the details. What are you looking for? Are you in a long? Are you in a short? Are you looking to buy or sell? Just let us know overall so we can talk about it in real time. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump right in. Javier, Aldo, can we look at BABA today? Sure. We can take a look at it. But we're going to dive into the charts real quick. And if you find value, right? If you find value, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button, because help me, help you, help me keep this going. Let's go. Ollie, what up, Ollie? Welcome. Mama 22, Mama 22, MicroStrategy, looking to buy, playing a mean reversion, hopefully. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it. So first, we're going to dive right into Bitcoin, right? We're going to do a quick recap. Johnny C, good morning, long time market sniper over there. Johnny C, welcome back. Lawrence, what up, Lawrence? Welcome. Quick recap, right? We always do the recap. It was oversold. It was bullish divergence. It was a reverse candle, right? Higher low, higher low. All right, we'll get that out of the way real quick. And then the price is starting to get overbought. You can see the orange candles. We were calling out there was bearish divergence. We were calling out there was bearish divergence. And then we were calling out there was bearish divergence, right? So we had two scenarios that were laid out, right? One scenario where price would go up and hit longer term target 4 that we mapped out at the bottom when we were buying at 16,800 Bitcoin. We laid out 4 longer term targets, and all 4 longer term targets got hit. I didn't lay out 5 longer term targets. It was a possibility that 5 longer term targets could have gotten hit, but we laid out 4 on the charts, and all 4 got hit, right? So after hitting the 4th target, there's this massive pump, this massive rally, and the entire way on the rally, you saw all the Twitter app folk out there, people, and YouTube folk. Well, there's no volume. Well, it continued to pump, whether there's no volume or not, right? Continue to pump up. And then if we take off the candles, the sharpshooter candles here just for a second, then we're calling out, hey, this is a bearish daily candle right here. So price pumped all the way up, hit up the target 4 and hit $49,000. Then it put in a bearish daily candle close, right? That is a bearish candle. We were talking about it. We were covering it. We talked about it. We covered it. And then the very next day, we had a sell signal. And it was very similar to what I was calling out on MicroStrategy, right? So this bearish candle here, right, happened on January 2nd, which was about 9 days before Bitcoin, right? Yeah, about 9 days before Bitcoin. Had a very similar bearish candle, hit all 4 longer term targets as well. And then the next day, gapped down with a close. And so it looked very similar to Bitcoin, right? Daily candle close, didn't gap down because this is spot Bitcoin, right? So there's no gaps. And it just had a big red daily candle close. And then it kind of pumped back up, put in a lower high a little bit, and then started to break back down. MicroStrategy, gap down, pumped up a little bit, put in a lower high, and then hit 4 out of the 4 targets to the downside. And we do have this gap down here that we can show you as well. So far, MicroStrategy has hit 4 out of 4 targets to the downside. It's been a leading indicator. Not always, but we look at it from time to time. And MicroStrategy on this one hit the longer term target. Then it had the daily candle close, bearish daily candle close first, and then started to break down and has hit 4 out of the 4 targets, where Bitcoin has only hit 2 out of the 4 targets so far. So let's put that back on, right? Let's put all the details on there. Shooter, by the way, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everyone back here on Taco Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, right? I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I think it's my I have to double check. I think it's my nephew's birthday. So NVIDIA is shortable if you sell courses. And NVIDIA is shortable if you sell courses. Not sure what you're talking about. 4K mods, welcome back to the channel. So let's put this back on, right? So this is what we're talking about, where it came all the way up, hit longer term target 4. I've even typed out here 48,600-ish because it doesn't really, it doesn't really matter the exact number to me. Is it going to a target area, right? Is it going to a target area? Because the target area usually has a confluence of reasons why price could go back to that area. And sometimes the big players will front run it by taking profits early, or they front run some of my targets, right? So I just make a target area and put out 48,600-ish, right? And you can see the target box started at about 48,400, and price came all the way up to 49,000 on this exchange. Each exchange is going to be different. Not a big difference, but there are going to be some differences. So I just kind of put ish on there because it doesn't really matter the exact amount, in my opinion. And then after breaking down, having that sell signal, which I was pointing out that it was the first sell signal since October 11th, right? And then started consolidating sideways. Many of buy the dippers, buying the wrong dip, right? Buy that first wick, they buy it, they post, they're bragging about it. And then after buying the wrong dip again, they're down another 10%, right? And then they'll brag about this wick here, buying the wrong dip. Could this be the bottom? Sure, it could be the bottom. I don't think it is. I would be surprised if we don't come all the way down and hit at least target 3. And then there's a lot of reasons why we come down to target 4. Do I think it gets there today? No, not necessarily. I don't think it gets there today. Probably not even tomorrow, right? Maybe by the end of January or beginning of February, right? It might take some time to play out. But target 3, I'd be surprised if it doesn't get hit. And then we'll find out about target 4. There's a lot of reasons for target 4 as well. You can see, even coming back below 37,000, below $36,000, there's a lot of reasons why. So we will see. And if this bear flag ends up working out, that we mapped it out back, almost a week ago, and put out the target here. You all know my, if you've been following me for any time, you all know my thoughts on patterns of the percentages that I think that they work out. So it's not a high percentage that the price target will work out, right? However, it does line up with target 3 and target 4. So in this case, it might be a higher probability that this bear flag pattern works out. So we'll find out. So that's Bitcoin. That's the update. If you're not following me on over here, we talked about it. We covered it. All the coins over here, longtime follower. Looking at my timeline, you would think that a 50,000-ish Bitcoin local top was unexpected, and that the current correction is manipulated or solely ETF related. To that, I'd say follow Jesse Olsen, Market Cyber Pro, who has literally been calling out the price action for months, right? So I appreciate that. Thank you for the shout out. I will always retweet that and help the algorithms out over there. So thank you. My response was, we had 2 Bitcoin scenarios. And if you've been on the live streams or the video updates or the newsletter updates, all that, you know that we had 2 scenarios laid out, right? So I'm not claiming that I predicted anything, right? I didn't predict that it was going to hit $49,000 exactly, and then we're going to, exactly hit $34,000 to the downside. I didn't predict any of it, but we had 2 scenarios laid out based off of bearish divergence, based off of prices being overbought, based off of this longer term target 4. So even back here, we are talking about in December, I think it was around December 7th ish. We drew out the scenario, and I have it on the live streams. I even posted on the Twitter X app, but on the live streams, you can go back and see that I drew out this yellow line. That price would come up, hit this target, and then come back down, and it'd be a buy the dip scenario, hitting multiple targets to the downside before the halving. So, but we didn't predict it, right? We had two scenarios. The second scenario was that this was the high. It would put in this lower high, possibly another lower high. It didn't. It put in another higher high. So that scenario kind of started to go away, right? But we had those two scenarios. This is the high. This could be a lower high. It could be another lower high, and it wasn't. And then it pumped up. But scenario 1, that was scenario 2. Scenario 1 was price to come up, hit target 4, and then start to correct to the downside. And so in real time, we have been talking about it. We've been covering it every single day. That bearish daily candle was starting to look like the reversal was in. Then we had the sell signal, and the rest is history, right? The rest is history. So Morris, well done. Thank you. What else? Follow me over here, Jesse Olson. Follow me over here on Market Sniper Pro. I'd appreciate it. Help me, help you, help me. And then, of course, the indicator, right? Just put out. We've got the indicator. I'm doing longer write-ups over there now. I'm taking it more seriously. I've had the newsletter for more than 2 years. It started off as a paid newsletter, and then about this time last year, I canceled and refunded everyone's $5 that they had paid recently for the last newsletter, and then I made it free, right? So yeah, I gave back some money, but whatever, it doesn't matter, right? So made it free about a year ago, refunded everyone their last payment, and here we are trying to make it bigger and better. So if you're not a subscriber, definitely subscribe for free. And we're trying to do longer write-ups, opportunity alerts, all that stuff. And I'm starting to figure out this new platform with tagging, so you can kind of search for it a little bit better. And what you could do is, give me feedback, reply back to the email and give me feedback. I think there's polls and stuff that I'll figure out how to do. But it's a work in progress. I'm a one-man operation, and I'm a slow mover at it. But give me feedback. Let me know what you'd like to see and all your thoughts on it. And of course, if you want to, take an even deeper dive, we have 2 options. This is all we have. We don't have any affiliate links. We don't have any paid sponsorships or anything like that. But we just have these 2 options over here. So with that, let's get back to it. And just a quick take a look at. I just like to look at it. It's a little bit lagging, but you can see overall crypto coins heat map. You can see that they're down across the board. Bitcoin down 0.5%, stuff like that. So it was down more. It was down like 1%. Getting a little bit of a bounce on the lower time frames over here. And then stock heat map over here looks flat, right? Meta's up 1%. Apple, if the bigger stocks are less than 1% up or down, in my opinion, it's pretty much flat. Tesla 0.5%, Amazon 0.2. So probably not much to really look at over there. We could take a look at them, but just an overall glance, probably not much to look at. AMD 0.07%. So probably not a lot going on today. There's probably some news. There's probably some announcements. There's probably some talks coming out. So it's probably flat as of right now. So let's keep going. Let's jump into it. MicroStrategy, it's hit 4 of the 4 targets to the downside. There is a gap down here. If it doesn't find support at target 4, like I've talked about before it came all the way down here, I put this red arrow below here, right? So if it doesn't find support at target 4, then red arrow says lower prices and could fill the gap down there. So we will see. That's MicroStrategy. Not much else to really report. MicroStrategy could be catching a bounce on the shorter time frames, but it's still bearish on the daily chart. We'll take a quick glance at the weekly chart. There's a pending sell signal on the weekly chart. So it could go through. What that tells me is it could go through further consolidation, whether that's sideways for a few weeks and a little bit lower possibly, or just consolidate for a few weeks before the next possible buy the dip scenario. That's MicroStrategy. Gold, what's happening? Kind of flat today. It's still bearish on the daily chart and has only hit one target so far. Silver is currently below the 200-week moving average. That's what we're talking about over there. John Pye. Hello, everybody. Welcome, John Pye. Welcome back. Welcome back. Bitcoin is doing well. It fell because tomorrow is going to be 100K because tomorrow is going to be 100,000 micro or yep. Yeah. I've heard that so many times by influencers. It's not even funny. Wes Diddy, my man. Good morning, Market Snipers. Welcome back, Wes Diddy, my man, with the master plan over there. Still bearish on the daily chart. Silver is down here with the 200-week moving average. Silver is still bearish. Could this be the bottom? Sure. It could be the bottom. It's too early to call it. We put out this possible buy the dip scenario all the way back out here when I drew it from here and drew it down, right? Trending dots is still trending down, kind of lines up with the trend line itself. So if you start to see prices get back above the trending dots, if you start to see prices get back above the downward trend line, and you start to see it start to flash a pending buy signal, that could be the bottom, right? That could be the bottom of silver. So we'll keep an eye on it for the next possible buy the dip scenario. Kind of led the way to the downside, in my opinion. And we're calling it out and talking about it that silver went below the 200-week moving average. Could gold and some of these other assets also go back below or retest it? Sure, it's possible. Let's keep going. Bitcoin dominance catching a bounce right now. Bearish divergence, lower high, broke down, took out this low here. So it could be catching a bounce, could be putting in another lower high. We will see on Bitcoin dominance. We'll see how it plays out. Ethereum over here, we've got two targets hit to the downside so far. Just missed the third target at 2169. It was back here. I was pointing out that what if we saw Ethereum below 2150, right? Because we saw that Grayscale Ethereum Trust already had a sell signal and Ethereum did not. So was the tail wagging the dog or is the dog wagging the tail? I don't know. I'll have to ask my dog. Mala, hit the like button. Thank you, Mala. I appreciate that. Long-time market Sniper Queen over there for probably almost 2 years. Mala, that is crazy. Not even just the Discord, but recorded coaching since day one in March 2022. That is incredible. Good to see you on here, Mala. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for smashing that like button over there. I appreciate it. Ethereum, DOT. I think I drank too much coffee. That's yep. Drinking too much coffee. You're talking nonsense over there. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I talk a lot of nonsense. So DOT has hit 3 targets to downside, barely piercing the third target, right? Will it hit the fourth target prior to the next buy the dip scenario? It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. I have several reasons why it could. Maybe even just come back below this target here, possibly, or just come back in fully into this third target. Maybe it then finds support, and then maybe the target 4 is never hit. But I would expect at least, and I would be surprised, I've been surprised before, so it doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? There's never a guarantee, but I would be surprised if DOT price doesn't at least come back down and retest and come back down to like middle of this target, $5.90 ish, whatever it is, right? Below $6. Let's just call it below $6 over here. So that's DOT. Sand fully into the fourth target, in my opinion, has cleared out the bearish divergence now. Could go lower. It's possible it goes lower, but this could be the low. It has cleared out bearish divergence. So we will see where it finds bottom, and then we'll be looking to buy that next dip on sand. Mana, similar thoughts. Already hit the fourth target to the downside. I drew out this trend line back here, right? And it kind of pumped up, and then it was starting to break back down, right? So that's Mana over there. Chainlink had a sell signal yesterday. has only hit 2 of the 4 targets so far. Got very close over here at $12.20 ish. So it could be starting to break back down, could come back down and hit some more targets on Chainlink. Near has hit 2 targets to the downside so far. Seems like there's a target up here. So maybe 3 targets were hit. Seems like there would be a target up here with the eyeball test. So I'm going to say there's probably 3 targets hit so far. There's a confluence of reasons why it could come back down and hit this target. And then I probably added this 5th target. So I'll have to double check. I'll have to take a look at it. This might have been the 3rd target. This is most likely the 4th target. And this is probably an added 5th target over here that may or may not get hit. We will see. We'll kind of leave it like that. And then, I'll assume that there's a first target up here, right? Near 3 of the 4 targets so far. Seems like it'll come down here. We'll find out if it does or not. Excuse me. Solana, target 1. Yeah, you can see similar to Near over there. I need some water. Similar to Near, you got a target up here, target 2. See if it comes down, hits target 3, possibly target 4, and then see if it finds support and look for that next buy the dip scenario. But Solana breaking down is bearish on the daily chart, and we'll continue to watch over there. Cardano, two targets. The downside, there's probably 3 targets. There's probably a target up here as well, probably right around this area. I'm gonna eyeball test this, so probably target 1, 2, 3, right? Matic, and the reason why I take off the targets is so you can see it a little bit better, right? Otherwise, if you get a lot of things on the chart, it's hard to see it. So I remove the targets sometimes, but most likely there's a target there, target 2, target 3, and this is probably target 4. And then I probably added a 4th target over here. We'll see if that gets hit or not. Matic, this is the 4th target. I removed 3 targets. I know because I mapped it out again last night. And as it was breaking back down, right, mapped it back out. And it's hit the 4th target. 4 out of 4 targets to the downside so far. We'll find out if it finds support for that next buy the dip scenario. What's NVIDIA doing? Let's switch gears over to stock. NVIDIA hit another all-time high at 603. Still ultra bullish on the daily chart. ANF had a bearish engulfing candle over here. Has another possible bearish engulfing candle over here, but still in this uptrend, right? Still in this uptrend. It's still bullish. The weekly chart is still ultra bullish as of right now, but it's putting in an ugly wick. So it's early in the candle, right? It's early in the candle, but we pointed this out on Bitcoin weekly candle in real time as well. And if it does close, say, bearish back down here with that kind of wick, that's something to pay attention to if you're paying attention to Abercrombie and Fitch. And the reason why we are is because we laid out these longer term targets for NVIDIA. NVIDIA is about right here, getting closer and closer to target 2. So we'll keep an eye on it. And then we also put it on Bitcoin too, right? We put it on Bitcoin as well. So we do have these longer term targets all the way up here called the Abercrombie and Fitch targets. So after the halving, right? And assuming we get back above longer term target 4, back above, say, $49,000, then assuming price takes out the all-time high, right? Then we've got these longer term Abercrombie and Fitch targets, aka ANF. So that's why we have it on the charts. That's where we continue to watch. And you can see once it took out that former all-time high, right? Boom, went parabolic, right? It went parabolic. So we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously, some of the miners are, down today because Bitcoin is. CLSK is actually positive. Let's look at the daily chart. So is CLSK finding support at target 3? Possible, right? Or it's just going to come back up, get a bounce in, get a retracement in, let the trending dots catch up, and then we'll find out if it comes back down, hits the 4th target to the downside. So that's what we're kind of watching over there. Natural gas is down again. Imagine is down. That could be a good thing. We don't know. Target is flat. Kind of map this out, right? There's bearish divergence. Then we talked about is breaking down, missed target 1, and then kind of mapping this out. It's a higher probability if target comes back up, puts in a lower high, gets rejected, puts in that lower high, and then comes back down for that first target 1. Who knows about target 2, maybe 3, 4, and then we got this gap down here at 112. So we're still watching over there. If you look at the lower time frame over here, starting to look like a bearish 4-hour candle over there, and the trending dots are still red over here. Came back up into these 2 retracement targets over here. Could be putting in a lower high. Too early to say, but that would be that higher probability that target is going to see lower prices. We'll find out. NASDAQ over here still ultra bullish on the daily chart. Consolidating sideways the last 2 days, kind of letting the trending dots catch up. Weekly chart is still ultra bullish as of right now, right? Still ultra bullish as of right now. Could put in additional bearish divergence. So this was bearish divergence. This could be additional bearish divergence. So we'll continue to monitor it. Sounds very familiar, right? Sounds very familiar to Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin had bearish divergence, continued to pump, had bearish divergence. And then when everyone is so bullish, right? Then it starts to reverse, and then everyone is caught off on the wrong side of things, right? Tesla, John, what's up? What's up? I know people have bashed Litecoin for its performance in the last bull run, but I see some potential based on the monthly chart. If you can look at Litecoin, please. You got it. You got it, Tesla, John. Welcome back. Good to see you back here on the. I think you're on the live stream a lot, but I think you're on the replay crew. So good to see you back. Smash those like buttons over there and smash the subscribe, Tesla, John. Yeah, we'll circle back. We'll take a look at Litecoin, but NASDAQ has bearish divergence, but is ultra bullish on the daily and the weekly chart. So continue to monitor it over there, and we'll continue to monitor the bearish divergence like we did with Bitcoin as well. It only hit one target to the downside. Now we'll have to readjust the targets because the price has gone up higher. Once we're starting to look like price could start to get a retracement in, but we're not seeing that as of right now. We're going to keep that trend line on. What if it was coming all the way back to retest this trend line? Maybe that was it. We don't know. We could probably put on another trend line, right? Let's see. Probably something like that, right? So that would probably be a good one as well. So if it does start to put in a topping pattern here after the bearish divergence, and then maybe it puts in a lower high and it starts to break down, then maybe we'll start to see some lower prices. It's flat today. I mean, you can't get any more flat today than 0%, and it's at 0.01%. So NASDAQ is flat. It was flat yesterday after that big bullish move the day before, right? Or the trading day before on Friday. So we'll continue to watch it. Probably similar thoughts on SP 500. Probably similar thoughts on the Dow Jones, except for it is starting to break down a little bit. There is bearish divergence as well. So we'll continue to watch it. This was looking like a lower high. This was a lower low, and then it pumped right back up and put in additional bearish divergence, right? So we will see still in this upward trend line going up like that. I put another trend line over here for fun. It's fun drawing trend lines, right? So we will see how that candle turns out. It could be a bearish engulfing candle after bearish divergence. We'll see how it plays out in Dow Jones. Russell 2000 could be putting in a lower high. This could be a bearish candle as well. If you take off the sharpshooter candle, just kind of see it. We will see. We will see. We will see. The dollar is making a move. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. Hit 4 targets to the downside, right? 4 targets to the downside. We were talking about it finding support, kind of making its move out. It's hit 2 targets to the upside so far on this retracement, and that is the dollar right now. Be positive. Good morning, all. Good morning. Be positive. Welcome back. Good to see you back. 10-year yield looking very similar. It's only hit 1 target to the upside so far of this retracement. It hit 4 targets to the downside. It was getting oversold. There was bullish divergence, and now we put in another higher low, and it's starting to make its move back up. We're currently at 4.147% on the 10-year yield. If the yields go higher then here, right? If it breaks through these targets and flips resistance into support, then this longer term target could be back on the radar, right? I never took it off. We got very close at 5%. The target in the middle of the target is 5.3%. So if the yields get back above this fourth target and flips resistance into support, then this longer term target is back on the table, right? So we will take it level by level and we'll continue to watch it. But that's the game plan right there that we're going to be watching. The VIX is down today. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. It's only hit one target to the upside so far, breaking back down. But again, could put in a possible higher low, put in another higher high, and just continue to be a savage beast up and down all around every single day, right? It's up, it's down, it's all around, right? Let's see what else. PayPal is up another 2% today. Pumped all the way up to $68. Got a little bit of a retracement, but it's still bullish on the daily chart. And we put this out on the indicator about a month ago. So definitely go take a look at it as an opportunity alert. I forget which one it was, but it was about a month ago, and it was based off the weekly chart. So I'm going to give weekly chart updates, right? And I get on the last newsletter issue, I did an update on it, and we'll continue to watch it over there. So from when I did the opportunity alert based off the weekly chart, right? Price went as low as 8% since the buy signal on the weekly chart when I did the opportunity alert. So it went down 8%, giving you an even better buy opportunity than when I posted the newsletter after that buy signal on the weekly chart on middle of December. So about 5 weeks ago, right? Came all the way back down about 8%, pumped as high as 11% since that buy signal. And it's currently somewhere in between. It's currently up 6% since I sent out that newsletter. It's currently up 6%. Could just be the beginning. We don't know for sure, but there's long-term bullish divergence. There's this gap at $72. There's this longer-term target 1 over here, longer-term target 2 over here, matches up with the 200-week moving average, right? We have a gap at 170. We have a lot of opportunities on this one. So we'll continue to monitor it on longer basis. Veritone, this might make the newsletter. This might make the newsletter once the weekly chart starts to get bullish, but we're ahead of the newsletter on the live stream, right? So if you're here on the live stream, we're going to see it on the daily chart. We talked about this. We covered it a couple months ago as a stock to watch. There is bullish divergence on the daily chart, right? There's bullish divergence. And let me fix this. There is bullish divergence, and then there's this longer-term downward trend line going back from July 2023, right? And looks like after this reversal candle, put in a higher low, and then now we have a buy signal and broke out, right? It's breaking out as we speak. It's up 1.62% today. It was a pending buy signal yesterday, and I put this all on your radar a couple months ago. Target 1 over here. We got a 17% gap at 382. Not financial advice. This is an AI stock pick that I did a while back. So Veritone, buy signal, and it's starting to show some follow through to the upside after a long, painful consolidation. If you were holding it back here, it wasn't on my radar back then. It only got on my radar back here, and we've been following it ever since. So that is Veritone. Not even a buy signal on the weekly chart yet. This could be a weekly candle close low. This could be a sneaky higher low. This could be a massive potential. We got a 200-week moving average over here, to almost $13, right? It's insane possible opportunity. This once was $50. It's currently below $2, right? Let me say that again. It's below $2. And this AI stock, if you think AI is going to be around for the future, this AI stock, right? And maybe you want to do your own, you definitely want to do your own research on it because this is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. Always do your own research, right? It's below $2 and it once was $50. The 200-week moving average hasn't been retested since April 2022, and that's currently at $13. A move from current price at $1.88 is 581%, right? So that is the potential from $50, right? How far are we away from $50? It seems like forever, right? You got target 2, 1000%. Target 3, target 4, 1600%. If it retested all-time highs, that's 2500% potential, right? So I'm not saying it's going to get there. It may not. It may die. I'm just telling you that it could be a possible double bottom on the weekly chart. It's not even back above the trending dots yet. Doesn't even have a buy signal yet. But there was an RSI buy signal, and I'm probably MACD bullish crossover. Blah 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 blah. There is some massive potential over there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Well, we'll circle back. We'll take a look at, let's see, Square. We'll circle back if anything else pops out, jumps out at us over here, and we will see. All right, so we will see. Let's go back over to Bitcoin. Keep an eye on the daily chart, and then we'll circle back over here. Could find a temporary bottom, kind of let the trending dots kind of catch up, right? If you're looking at it based off of the lower time frames over here, you got the 1 hour chart, right? The 1 hour chart's getting back above the trending dots, right? So could get a retracement. I could see, a retracement back above $40,000 for now. We will see how it plays out. Could just be a quick retracement, quick little bounce too, based off of lower time frames. Boom. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's go back through the comments and then start charting some of your requests over here. Aldo, Alibaba. Sure. Let's take a look at it. I'm pretty sure I have it on here. Baba. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's get on the higher time frames. Did gap up though. It did gap up today, right? So pending buy signal. Let's zoom out here for a second. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. So as you know, been following Alibaba for a long time. It was one of my leading indicators really, really early to start shorting assets once they went parabolic, right? So I did short Alibaba on the bounce, right? A long time ago with options. This is a long time ago, not up here, but I shorted it on this bounce and I shorted on this bounce here on options, just shorter time frames. But it's been on my radar for a long time, but it's gone through a major correction. Just think about this. October 2020. Looks like the low was down here, 81.5% over 2 years, 104 weeks, right? So 2 years looks like the bottom. This is starting to look like a higher low, right? A higher low over here after 169 weeks. Was that 3 years, right? Yeah, 3 years, more than 3 years. Possible higher low, right? This could be a higher low. We talked about it based off the weekly chart, right? So if this is a higher low, this would be a low, this would be a higher low, and that would be your higher probability that the bottom is in. So there's more probabilities, right? Get back above this downward trend line, get back above the trending dots, all that stuff, right? There's a lot of reasons. Here we go. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. If I could have muted the sneeze, I would have, but I couldn't. So could be a low, could be a higher low. We've got a pending weekly reversal candle as of right now. A higher probability is to get the weekly candle back above the trending dots and getting a buy signal. And you could even look at this downward trend line. You could probably even draw out a more aggressive downward trend line, and that actually lines up with a little bit better with the trending dots. So this is what I'm going to do for you, Aldo. I'm going to put this, if you're looking to buy the dip or whatever, maybe it's a long-term hold. That I'm going to put one arrow there, and then I'm going to put two arrows out here. It's not as sexy, but is a higher probability, right? That you're going to see a longer term reversal, right? So you got a more aggressive, and then you have a less aggressive, longer term outlook there as a possibility. You have the 200-week moving average at $150 right there. So it's been going through this consolidation for a long time. It's gone through a bear market for more than 3 years. There's a pending reverse candle on the weekly chart. And if you drop down the daily chart, so you got a pending reverse candle on the weekly chart, and you've got a pending buy signal, and you've got bullish divergence, right? So bullish divergence, pending buy signal. It did gap up though, right? It did gap up. So it's possible it comes back down, fills in that gap a little bit, and then comes back out. So you'll just have to decide what if you're willing to hold through some pain as a possibility, right? If price retraces back down, 5-10%, whatever it is, right? Even if it was like comes back down 5-10%, you have to decide what your strategy is, if it's based off of what time frame it is, and if you're willing to hold through some possible short-term pain, right? If it does go back through a correction, you can see the trending dots kind of work out like this, where trending dots are like that. Might take some time for it to kind of get wrapped out. So even if it pumps up a little bit more, could come back down and then come out like that, right? So even if you bought here, does it really matter if you're looking at it from a long-term standpoint, right? Maybe you just hold it to here. And then, of course, if it's breaking back down below, then could put in additional bullish divergence. So hope that helps, Aldo. Obviously not financial advice, just letting you know what I see. Mama 22. Yep, we covered MicroStrategy. Not much else to add there. NVIDIA, shortable. What else? Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Be positive. I appreciate that. Thank you. Blessed for life. Good morning. When you have time, can you please do XRP and XLM? Sure. We're only at 42 minutes, so we got some time here. XRP. I was taking a jab at XRP the other day or yesterday on the Twitter X app. I said, if you only hold XRP and you're not a swing trader and you bought April 2018, it's still the same price as April 2018. Yes, there's been some massive pumps, but if you bought, let's say as an example, April 2018, and you held it for almost 6 years, it's still the same price today, or it was yesterday. I haven't looked at it. Let's look at it though. Let's look at it. I know I have it on here. I'll just search for it. Crypto XRP. Oh, XRP. Yep. There. Got it. Yeah. Ultra bearish on the daily chart as of right now, aka starting to get oversold. But this is what I mean. It's at 51 cents today. It was as low as 49 cents. And if you scroll back, right? You scroll back, you kind of see what I'm talking about. It launched on this, at least on Binance, pumped all the way up to $1.50 and closed. I think it closed. Where did it close? Yeah, closed at 85 cents. So from day one in April 2018, price is lower, right? Price is lower. So I know there's been narratives going on for 6 years, but it's not something for me, right? And the reason why it's not for me, and I know there's been lawsuits and all that stuff, is that unless you're swing trading it, holding XRP for 6 years and then price being lower is not what I want to do in life, right? So, and then it came all the way down to 50 cents. So basically what I was saying is since April 2018 has been the same price, right? Yes, it did pump all the way up in 2021 to $1.95 and came all the way back down, right? 28 cents. But it hasn't really done much else other than that, right? A couple pumps here and there. And you can see notoriously just pumps and dumps. But overall, if you look at it, 6 years and it's the same price today, right? So is it even worth it? It's back below the 200-week moving average again. So that's XRP. Can't add too much value. It's a sell signal again on the weekly chart. It's ultra bearish on the daily chart again. Could put in a bottom, right, short term, but it's not something for me. We'll take a look at XLM for you. Maybe that will be a little bit better for you. So let's see. Let's choose Bitfinex on this one. So you got Bitfinex, XLM, right? Bearish on the daily chart, bearish on the weekly chart, and a lot of similarities, right? A lot of similarities. So XLM, again, came on this exchange April 2018 and closed at 40 cents, and it's at 11 cents today, right? So you're talking about 6 years, and it had one great pump in 2021 all the way up to 77 cents. But if you bought back here and never sold, or you bought back here when it got listed on Bitfinex and you never sold for 6 years, XRP is down 73%. This is why I don't buy and hold, right? I don't buy and hold. At the very least, I would buy based off of the weekly chart and try to hold it longer term. But as soon as there's a sell signal, I'd be out. This is why these are the exact two reasons why I'm not a hodler, because there's never a guarantee. No matter what the news is, no matter what the narratives are, right? It's buying and holding is not for me. Could this flip around and be a great buying opportunity? Absolutely. It could be. It could do a pump very similar to 2021. Maybe it goes a lot higher and it takes off. I'm just saying I don't buy it and hold it indefinitely and then be down 72% 6 years later, right? So anyways, that's kind of a long little rant for no reason. You didn't ask for it, but here I am, blessed for life, giving it to you no matter what. So weekly chart, kind of look here. It had 8 weekly positive candles in a row, right? If we kind of look back here, 8 weekly green candles in a row, consolidated sideways, put in that bearish weekly candle, and now we've had, this would be the third, it's still early in the candle, right? But this would be the third weekly red candle in a row after consolidating sideways and after having 8 consecutive ones. So we were due for, I know there's a lot of news. I know there's a lot of noise out there telling you of why this is happening, why that's happening. Simple terms, it pumped hard. It was overbought. It was ultra bullish. There was bearish divergence. Started consolidate, hit our fourth target, and now it's retracing. And then we're going to be looking for that next buy that dip scenario, right? Whether it's like that, whether that's like that, right? However it plays out, that would be the next possible buy the dip scenario. And we'll continue watching from there. Be positive, valuable rant. Yep. Hodling is not for me, my man. Hodling is not for me. If it is and it works out for you, great. If it doesn't work out for you, then that sucks, right? Then that sucks. So we will see. So that's the weekly chart on Bitcoin. And let's go to the daily chart. Still bearish, right? But getting a little bit of a bounce here on these lower time frames, and could get a little bit of a retracement back up. I could see that, and then possibly continue downward from there. Any other questions or anything? Nope, I'm not seeing it. Let's see, Ethereum, DOT. Yep. So not much has really changed. With that, hope you guys and gals have a good rest of your day. Continue sniping the markets together, and we will see you tomorrow on the live stream. definitely subscribe. Definitely smash that like button. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow.